What's going on, everybody? Once again, this is Sean Garvey, and we are out on location for Miss Evers Boys. It's going down DKE TV. Yours truly, Sean Garvey, sitting next to two people who have done amazing stuff with this play. We just came back from the stage play. Terrific, wonderful. I am sitting next to the managing director of the stage play, Miss Evers Boys. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Wendy Riggs. I've been in theater for about 30 years now. I was only 2 when I started, but I have been with True Colors for 2 years, and I am unbelievably excited about this play. I have Eugene Lee here with me, one of the stars.
All right. Eugene Lee in the building.
Oh, hi, how you doing? I'm very happy to be here. This is my first play with True Colors. I actually did the first play True Colors ever did. I was in the first production of Fences. Did Ceremonies in Dark Old Men a couple of years ago with Glenn Turman. Huge hit here in Atlanta. Right. And I'm back again. You can't get rid of me. I love coming here. This is great.
Right. And like I said, we just came back from seeing the stage play. Once again, a very terrific job that you all have done and contribute to this stage play. How did the story, and for everybody that does not know what Miss Evers Boys is, it's a story that centers around 4 different men during the Tuskegee experiment. Now, how did this stage play, how did this project made an impact on you? How were you, how did you feel about the stage play?
You know, for me, it's huge. I mean, I look at this and I look back at where I was at that time, and just to understand the fact that they experimented on people and had cures and did nothing to go forward with that and take the relief off these men, to me is unbelievable. And I mean, I grew up in Alabama, and I look back at this and I say, unbelievable that they can do this. I don't know, Eugene. What do you look at this? What do you think?
Yeah, we gotta ask Eugene Lee, because you played because you played as one of the 4 guys that was experimented on in the stage play. Tell us how you felt about playing one of the characters in the stage play.
About playing one of the characters, blessed, special, if you know what I mean. You know, it's more than just a job. This play is about some stuff that historically we all know about. And when you do a play that's based in history and based in the truth, and everybody that comes to see that play, they know what happened. It's like the ending is already known before they come. But the challenge is to make it fresh, is to make it the first time for these people that come to see it. And I think this play and what it's about is so timely even today, that the themes that are in this play echo in the minds and the hearts of everybody that can come to see it today, as well as anybody who might have been around for what was happening in 1932. Because we look at what our new President Obama, and I look at where America has come since this play, and the advances are they're overt, they're very apparent. We have this man is the President of these United States, and we talk about transparency, and we talk about trusting your government, and we talk about trusting your government, about them being honest with you, and about knowing what's going on. And this play speaks to that kind of deception from the government, and it's something that's turning around in Washington, D.C. right now. So I think this play is really very, very timely. Yeah, very timely.
Right. You want to touch on that a little bit more?
Just a whole different world. I mean, to me, I'm sitting here and I'm looking. I have 2 little girls, and they're growing up and they don't understand race, and I'm blessed that they don't understand that, and that we're growing up and they say, you know, I look at a couple of years ago, my daughter went to MLK on MLK Day, and she said to his house, she said, "Mommy, I'm really upset that someone killed him." And I said, "Yes, I understand that." And she said, "Do you know they killed him for the color of his skin?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Is someone going to kill me?" And I said, "No, honey, no one's going to kill you." And she said, "But I'm just like him." And I love the fact that my children do not understand that at all. Mm-hmm. They don't understand the difference in race. And I look at this play and I say, this could happen to any of us. Mm-hmm. And the government is changing now, but it could have happened to anybody. Right. You know?
Right. That's an interesting thing about this. What I was going to say earlier is that this is an event that will never happen this way again. And a lot of the reason it won't happen this way again is because of things like this play, and because of the way America is evolving. America graduated in a lot of ways this past year, and change is good, and it's wonderful to know that something like this will never happen like this again. But we cannot deny that it did happen in the first place. Because, you know, those of us who don't study history are doomed to repeat it or something like that.
Thank God we're in a different place.
Yeah. That's what they say. That's what they say. Wisdom. Now, once again, Miss Evers Boys is a stage play that I encourage everyone to check out and even do some research on the Tuskegee study, the Tuskegee experiment. Where do you all see this stage play going in the next 5 to 10 years and beyond?
You know, I mean, I see that all of us will think of that we have to go past that and think about us as a country and us as a race and where we can never be again. And I hope that people will come and they will see this and they'll experience the past and learn from that and know where we have to go as a country in the future. I hope that.
What about you, Eugene? What is your take on it? Where do you see the stage play going in about 5 to 10 years and beyond?
Well, you know, they're going to be doing this play forever, hopefully. You know, there's also a movie version of it that's out as well. So people will have access to this piece of work, this piece of documentation of the human condition, so to speak. So we'll always have this play to study and learn from. And I think that's good. I think that's really very good. But I have to say again, something like it will never happen again.
Absolutely. Like Nazi Germany. I mean, you see these things and you reflect on them, and as a nation, as a world, we look at these things and we go, and we're embarrassed, and we're shamed, and we go, thank God we will never do that again.
Absolutely. Wisdom, everybody, wisdom. I am sitting next to Wendy Wiggs, the managing director of Miss Evers Boys, as well as Eugene Lee, one of the cast members of the stage play Miss Evers Boys. We are in the building. Sean Garvey, DKE TV. Thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure. All right, congratulations, much success to you all.